Bienvenue à bord du REM. Direction A1, Brossard. Prochaine station, Grand Moulin.
All right, it's Sunday, November the 30th, 2025, 6:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going for our first ride here from Deux-Montagnes Station, probably all the way to Brossard Station. And last time I did a ride here was during the open house weekend, but this is the first time I'm doing a ride. The first time I'm doing a ride with official revenue service, meaning when the REM is officially in service. And it's much more tranquil, as you can hear. So we're going in south direction, and keep in mind I will do other rides during the daytime in the coming weeks and months. This is just the first of many, so enjoy the ride.
Station, Grand Moulin.
So there is a bit of light precipitation on and off tonight. You can even hear the sounds of the raindrops on the
Les
window.
portes s'ouvriront sur le côté droit.
So it may not be the clearest ride, but you will be able to see most of the outside. As I mentioned, many more videos to come on this branch, both daytime, nighttime, sunshine, snow, rain. I was mentioning in a previous video how cool it'd be to film a thunderstorm or snowstorm on the REM. One of my goals eventually.
Direction A1, Brossard.
So here's a great place to watch the REMs go by.
Station, Sainte-Dorothée.
Great place to watch the REM trains go by, that curve over there where we just passed. And here's the Mule River, I believe, Thousand Island River. And we're now going over into Laval. So those last two stations that we just passed were Zone C stations. Now we're entering Zone B stations. And once we get to Pierrefonds Roxborough Station, we'll be in Zone A again. So if you like tranquility, you like relaxing train rides, I highly recommend taking the REM, especially these areas here, the West Island, the suburbs. It's very scenic and relaxing. And as you can see, quite dark as well. Now the camera's picking up a lot of light, but the human eye, it is quite dark in this area. Did a video earlier coming from Brossard to Deux-Montagnes. Took around 55 minutes or so total. So here's St. Dorothy Station, which is a Zone B station here in Laval.
Station, Sainte-Dorothée.
Precipitation was coming down heavier earlier. It seems to have calmed down.
Les portes s'ouvriront sur le côté droit.
So you'll notice the signals on the side here, there's signs that say SIG, which stands for signals. And the SDR stands for St. Dorothy, which is the station we're at now. You'll notice every station has one of these signs. And that has to do with the signals. Track switch signals and whatnot.
Direction A1 Brossard. Prochaine station Île-Bigra.
So Île-Bigra is another Zone B station, which I guess technically is part of Laval. And then once we get past Île-Bigra, we'll be heading to Roxborough-Pierrefonds, which is in Montreal, the island of Montreal, Zone A. So there's the Rivière de Prairie, technically.
Station Île-Bigra. Les portes s'ouvriront sur le côté gauche.
So you have the Mille River, which is basically between the North Shore and Laval. And then you have the Rivière de Prairie, which is between Laval and Montreal. And the St. Lawrence River between Montreal and the South Shore. Now, technically, these are all part of the St. Lawrence River. It's just, obviously, Laval is an island, so there's where the river branches off in the north and the south of Laval. And Montreal is an island as well, so you have a river that branches to the north and south of Montreal as well. So technically they are all part of the St. Lawrence River. There's different sections of it.
Direction A1 Brossard. Prochaine station Pierrefonds, Roxborough.
So Mille means 1,000 island. 1,000 islands, that's because if you look, that river has thousands of little islands in it. And the Rivière de Prairie means Prairie River, which basically means flat land. This bridge here on the right, by the way, this is the original heavy rail MR90 trains that use that. They're going to turn that into a pedestrian bridge eventually. But that's where the MR90 trains used to go when this line was heavy rail. And once again, we honor the MR90 trains, and we honor the train line that used to be here before it was converted to the REM. The original heavy rail line. Of course, before this was converted to the REM, most of this was ground level train tracks that used to have crossings and everything on the ground level. So here's the Pierrefonds West Island district of Montreal, the island of Montreal, one of my favorite parts of Montreal, being the West Island. If you ever want to get away from the hustle and bustle of downtown Montreal, this is one of the places to come. And now with the REM, you have a beautiful way to get here as well. And you only need a Zone A pass or ticket to get here, so
Roxborough.
So here's where your Zone A
Les
begins.
portes s'ouvriront sur le côté droit.
And Zone A, of course, runs right to Ile des Sœurs, Nuns Island. And then once you get to Panama Station, you're in Zone B. There's no Zone C on the REM in the South Shore, it only goes to Zone B. And I believe most of the REM stations, when they're all opened up, I think I calculated 70% of the stations are going to be within Zone A. So 70% of the REM stations are going to be within the Zone A territory. So that's something to keep in mind. And as I mentioned in other videos, if you want to make the most of your money, always get an evening pass or a weekend pass. That will allow you to do all the zones at once. Such as what I did on the way here. Well, actually, on the way here I used an ABC ticket, and
Prochaine station.
now going back I'm using evening pass. So I'll probably do a time-lapse version of this video as well. I'll put it as a time-lapse video at one point. It's going to be pretty cool to see the entire line at fast speed. Now we may have some other transit fans joining us on this ride. Apparently, maybe could have Tame joining us, and maybe European Mapping's going to be joining us. We'll see. Yeah, so as I mentioned on the video earlier, coming to Deux-Montagnes, it was snowing quite a bit. Seems to have calmed down. So we may have some company at Bois Franc. I don't know. We'll see.
Station. Sunnybrook.
Another Zone A station here in the West Island.
Les portes s'ouvriront sur le côté droit.
Going back to Pierrefonds Roxborough Station, originally when that was the AMT MR90 trains, that was actually Roxborough Pierrefonds, and then they reversed the names from Roxborough Pierrefonds to Pierrefonds Roxborough. I know Elton McFall, aka Retro Old School, grew up around Roxborough. He mentioned that in one of his previous videos, and he had preferred they kept it as Roxborough Pierrefonds. So we'll see here coming up as we get deeper into the city what the precipitation is going to be like.
A1. Brossard.
Now we've had intermittent snowfall, rainfall. So I'll be hopefully I'm going to be doing the same things again during the opening of the A3 branch, the Ansel-Orme branch, which will be opening up next March or April of 2026 if everything goes as well. And you're going to see the branches up here where it branches off. You're going to see 4 tracks at once, which is pretty cool to see coming up here very shortly. Now I mentioned my last video, why is that wire that's feeding the train, why is it in a zigzag pattern? If you look closely, it's in a zigzag. It's not perfectly straight, and the reason why it's like that is so there's no groove or notch that develops on the part of the train that touches that wire. So basically, so the pantograph and the catenary have like a stable pattern. Because if that line was perfectly straight, if that wire was perfectly straight, it would form a notch and a groove on the part of the train that touches the wire, so that's why it's alternating in a zigzag pattern like that. And thanks to some fellow train fans that pointed that out to me, I was quite curious why it was like that. So here you have your 4 tracks. You'll notice we have 2 tracks to our right now. Those are coming from the Ansel-Orme branch, the A3 branch, and the airport branch, A4, or sorry, A2. Of course, airport branch is supposed to open in 2027, if all goes as well. So leave your comments in the video if you've taken the REM and what your experience has been on it. If you have any questions, comments, just leave them in the comment section. So here you can see we have that elevated area of tracks right here. So I hit the play button as soon as the train started moving at Deux-Montagnes. So the timer right now that you're seeing on the video corresponds to the actual train ride duration. So it's almost 17 minutes in to the ride. So another thing too I wanted to mention, if you're like me, you like scenic train rides, this is a great place to be because you're right near a big nature park. There's quite a few little nature parks around here actually all together. Very tranquil area, tranquil spot. So here we have this hill coming up here, this slant incline. As we enter the Saint-Laurent district of Montreal, more or less. So like I said, I will do a daytime version of these rides as well coming up, so just be patient. So we'll see if anyone gets on here that we know, maybe Tame, maybe European
Station. Bois-Franc. Les portes s'ouvriront sur le côté droit.
Don't see anybody, so it looks like nobody's here. So yeah, this is one of the stations where you actually have the fare readers right at the platform, which is pretty cool. As we approach the 19th minute of the ride now. Yeah, because I know European Mapping, a couple of other transit fans were talking about being here, but I guess they didn't make it or decided not to come.
Direction A1 Brossard.
Here's a nice place to watch trains as well.
Prochaine station
On the right.
du Ruisseau.
If you're into plane spotting, you get to see some planes landing here as well occasionally in this area on the approach to Trudeau Airport. Okay, so Now we're going up a hill here. REM trains remind me a lot of roller coasters, the turns and the ups and the downs. Much more tranquil than a roller coaster though, of course. And I want to say very smooth, these trains. It's hard to forget, I should say, sometimes it's easy to forget that you're on a train that's with metal wheels, especially if you're used to the metro that's on rubber wheels all the time here in Montreal. You think that, you know, a train with these type of metal wheels would be more bumpy, but no, it's very smooth. Deux-Ruisseaux, another cool station. Very simple station.
Les portes s'ouvriront sur le côté droit.
Now I mentioned, you know, when it comes to these REM stations, yes, they all look similar. A lot of people call them cookie cutter stations. But each station does have its unique touch to it, has a unique design, whether it's certain colors, certain tiles. So even though they all look the same, there's not really any two REM stations that are exactly the same. Yeah, they have similar features, but each of them is unique in their own way, so something to appreciate. Now the reason why they did that,
Brossard. Prochaine station, Montpellier.
the reason why they did that, they wanted to reduce the cost. So by keeping all the stations a similar design, it would reduce the complications and costs of building them. So that's why you have that strategy. So as we approach Côte-de-Liesse Station now, one of my favorite stations. This is where service ends as of 9:30 because of testing on the A3 Onslow-Orme branch. So as of 9:30 p.m., this is where trains terminate. One of my favorite REM stations as well, Côte-de-Liesse. Of course, future EXO train station as well, which is the end stages of being built here. On the left, you'll see it coming up here. So if you want to take the Mascouche long detour through the rail yards, now's the time to do it while it's still there. So we have Montpellier and then Côte-de-Liesse. So keep an eye out on the left side. You're going to see Côte-de-Liesse EXO station coming up here. Montpellier, of course, another very simple station design. And coming up here is, of course, Côte-de-Liesse next.
Direction A1 Brossard.
So you're going to see the tracks here for the EXO line
Côte-de-Liesse.
on the left here.
Ah, mais j'ai vu un paquet de cartes ici, que genre, c'était comme tous des cocktails dessus la carte.
J'ai pas de mes amis qui ont ce paquet de cartes-là.
Côte-de-Liesse actually has a third track as well. A lot of us have been trying to figure out why does Côte-de-Liesse have a third track. And you'll see it right here. See, it's going to split off to the right. That's that third track. Sometimes there's a REM train there. I think they use that for storage.
Côte-de-Liesse.
If there's a train that breaks down, they'll have an extra one on standby. I think that's why they have that.
Les portes s'ouvriront sur le côté droit.
Moi, je suis stressé.
And soon we'll be approaching, of course, the Mont-Royal tunnel. Very ancient. Well, I wouldn't say ancient, but I mean over 100-year-old tunnel coming up. It's always a treat to go through that. So now keep an eye on the left. You're going to see the Côte de Liesse Exo station for the Mascouche line, which should be opening up probably in the new year. Looks like they're just finishing the last touches on that. Not sure why they didn't finish on time, but hey, good things come to those who wait, as they say. Alright, so keep an eye on the left, guys. You'll see
Direction
storage depot.
A1. Brossard.
So there on the left, that's where we're going to store the Mascouche
Prochaine
trains.
station, Ville de Mont-Royal.
On the other side of that fence. You can see some maintenance vehicles there as well. Alright, so now we are in another town of Mont-Royal station coming up with the name Ville de Mont-Royal, City of Mont-Royal. So if you live in the town of Mont-Royal, you're blessed. You have Côte de Liesse Station, town of Mont-Royal Station, and Kenora Station right before the tunnel. So if you look carefully in the distance, you can see Mont-Royal. So what we're going to do here,
Station, Ville de
if
Mont-Royal.
you keep an eye up on top, you'll see, maybe you'll see it, I don't know, there's a ventilation shaft that you can actually see outside of, just past the station here. It's a cool
Les
area to
portes
see the
s'ouvriront
trains
sur le
approach.
côté droit.
You're going to see the vent coming up here. I don't know if you can see it, it may be difficult. I remember when they were testing trains here, that vent was a cool place to see the trains going by. So of course we have Kenora next, and then we enter the tunnel. So I'll probably be taking this right to Brossard.
Direction A1. Brossard.
Alright, so
Prochaine station.
yeah, you can't see it,
Kenora.
but right above us there was a cool vent. You can see the trains through. So Kenora Station, which is short, by the way, for Canadian Northern Railway, Kenora. I believe originally the station way back was called Portal Heights, which is a really cool name.
Kenora.
I think they called it that because Mont-Royal Tunnel is sort of like a portal.
Les portes s'ouvriront sur le côté droit.
So you can see a bit of precipitation building up here. When we get into the tunnel, it should sort of clear up a bit. So if you're like me and you enjoy history and rail, like a lot of yous out there do, you'll definitely appreciate the Mont-Royal Tunnel. And what makes this tunnel fascinating is how old it is and how many changes it's gone through over the last 100 years or so, since it's been first built.
Direction A1. Brossard. Prochaine station, Édouard-Montpetit.
Alright, so here we are.
Correspondance avec la ligne 5 bleue.
You know what's interesting about Édouard-Montpetit, of course, is the fact that it's the deepest train station in Canada, second deepest station in North America, third deepest station in the world. Deepest station belongs to China somewhere. Second deepest station is in the US somewhere. And here's the third place deepest station in the world. Deepest in Canada. So you're going to notice as well, a lot of the original tunnel's been preserved. You'll see those, you know, regular rock. They've done some reinforcement to it. But there's a lot of the original tunnel still here, the original rock and whatnot. So we exit the tunnel, we'll be just outside Central Station.
Station. Édouard-Montpetit.
So I think this is one
Les
of
portes s'ouvriront sur le côté droit.
my favorite stations as well. By the way, those high-speed elevators are definitely a great engineering marvel. So here's one of the longer stretches between stations, between Édouard-Montpetit and McGill. As we approach the 30-second mark of the video, 30-second mark of the ride. And you'll see the signal right to the upper left, that sign, it says EDM for Édouard-Montpetit. As I mentioned earlier in the video, every station has those. And it's to do with track switches and signaling and whatnot. So,
Direction A1. Brossard.
another thing to watch out for
Prochaine station. McGill.
is you'll notice that there's these, once in a while,
La ligne 1 verte.
you're going to see these big orange. We just saw one back there. Those are, I think, rescue equipment. If there's some kind of incident at the tunnel, those big orange sections have rescue equipment in it. So you kind of see there's like a crane or something in it. You'll see another one coming up shortly. And these emergency exits, by the way, there's no corridor. Apparently they just go to the other side of the tunnel. I had thought they all connected to some corridor that would lead outside, but no. They just go to the other side of the tunnel, which is pretty simple. Unless there's some on the right side here, which is the tunnel wall, not the divider. I'll have to check, see if there's any there. I haven't seen any, I don't think. So here we are coming up to McGill, but I can't see McGill because there's a curve. There's a curve before we actually get to McGill Station, which you'll see coming up here. So here we are coming up to that curve. Yeah, so here's one of those rescue equipments coming up here on the right. See it right there? That big orange thing. Some kind of safety equipment, rescue equipment. Not sure how it works, but I assume that's what it's for. If you look carefully, you'll also notice these big fans up on the ceilings, big ventilation fans. Alright, there's another orange piece of equipment. Now here's the curve that takes us right to McGill Station.
Station. McGill.
Now, coming up is a really cool spot. One of my favorites.
Les portes s'ouvriront sur le côté droit.
Moi, j'ai une petite qui m'attend à la maison.
So when we get off here, we leave the station here. You're going to see between here and Central Station, really fascinating open area where you can see a lot of the track infrastructure and behind the scene details and whatnot. And very short distance between McGill and Gare Central.
Même le soir, je pense que ça va être beau. Et cette nouvelle crème que j'ai achetée, c'est comme un petit tube. Puis dans le fond, c'est comme...
So we'll see what the precipitation is like once we exit the tunnel just past Central Station. Hopefully it's cleared up a little bit. But yeah, check this out, guys. You're going to see this cool area coming up here. And just keep in mind all the details in this section here. It's quite impressive. Sort of reminds me of a New York City type subway.
Prochaine station, Gare Centrale.
So here's the official exit
Correspondance avec la ligne 2 Orange
of the Mont-Royal tunnel.
et la ligne 13 Mont-Saint-Hilaire.
That's the official exit of the Mont-Royal tunnel. And now both tracks are in view once again as we approach Central Station, the original terminus of the REM before the A4 branch was built. This was the original terminus. It just goes to show you how fast infrastructure is built, comes around. And this train on the right, by the way, has been there for months now. Some kind of damage to it.
Gare Centrale.
Gare Centrale.
So,
Les portes s'ouvriront
I don't know what
sur
happened
le
to that
côté
train, but it's been there for a
gauche.
while. I don't know if they're going to fix it or not. Can't really see the set number of it, so I don't know what set it is. And there you'll see the sign. I don't know if you could see it. No, it's probably hidden, but actually you could probably see it a little bit. Let me change this angle a bit. There you can see it. There's the Gare Central signal sign right there. So of course this is the original sector of the REM. There's always water leaking here, you'll notice.
Direction A1 Brossard.
That's always a very slow acceleration in this area.
Prochaine station, Île des
I'm
Sœurs.
not sure if that's because they're having issues with this specific switch here, or there's another reason why.
C'est juste quand ça crie, ça prend que... Ouais, je sais pas. Ah ouais, c'est ça, les gens honte.
So it's always slow here and then it gets fast again, picks up speed.
Des sorties d'urgence.
Five roses.
Ouais, farine, 5 roses.
Yeah, so this is another thing I wanted to point out. If you look, you'll see those extra tracks. See those two tracks between the normal two tracks? That's in case the train derails. The train's not going to really go far. That's why you see those extra tracks there.
C'est cool pareil. C'est un genre de jeu comme narratif. Puis genre, t'es comme quelqu'un qui a comme des super pouvoirs. Genre, c'est cool là, vraiment.
And there's your heavy rail tracks to the left. That's for via rail trains, and also the Mont-Saint-Hilaire line and the Mascouche line, the detour I mentioned earlier. So once the Mascouche detour closes, trains will be stopping and starting at Côte-de-Liesse Station.
Ah, j'arrive à avoir une très belle
On va
photo.
aller où?
Si j'avais su.
Remember how noisy it was here at one point before they grinded the tracks down? It used to be so noisy here.
L'île des Sœurs, non, il n'y a pas de métro.
It was like a
C'était
roller
vraiment
coaster.
à Gare Centrale.
But they grinded the tracks down. They put some dampening rubber there. Much more quieter now.
Ok, on va à la Gare Centrale.
So we're going to be going across the Samuel de Champlain Bridge shortly, because we're 40 minutes into the video. 40
Ça, des
minutes.
expériences nouvelles.
Of course, there's talk that eventually they will build a station between Ile des Sœurs and Gare Centrale.
Chez toi, t'as pas besoin de...
There's the EXO Maintenance Center on the right. You can see some EXO trains.
Café à la route. L'année française.
I'll tell you right now, these trains are a little too warm, I find, right now. A little too hot.
Colin, tu veux quoi? Du thé? Oh non, encore ça, t'as pas ça le thé. Qu'est-ce que tu veux? Des biscuits.
So now in the distance, you'll see the St. Lawrence River, which we'll be crossing. So
Ouais, un chocolat chaud, ce serait pas fou.
you're crossing 3 rivers, basically, on this REM branch. Melio River, Rivière des Prairies, and the St. Lawrence River.
T'aimes pas ça les vanilles françaises? C'est tellement bon, t'aimes pas la vanille? T'aimes pas les français?
There you can see the Samuel de Champlain Bridge, illuminated white.
Hein?
Oh, Champlain Bridge.
Oh, tu
It's there.
C'est quand t'es vanille française la dernière fois?
Très longtemps.
Mais c'est ça.
I can't wait to get on the Champlain Bridge.
And there's the Via Rail Maintenance Center on the
Ok, c'est
right.
cool, la vue.
Via Rail trains.
D'accord. On regarde là.
That's where they fix the trains.
On voit tous les bâtiments.
Alright.
That's where the trains go to Ottawa, Toronto, Quebec City. I think there's 2 maintenance centers in Canada. I think there's one in Toronto as well. I could be wrong.
Oui, on
Attention, dernière station avant d'atteindre la zone tarifaire B. Vous devez détenir un titre de transport valide dans cette zone pour continuer.
Je trouve ça cap, par exemple, que zone A.
So it's saying you need a zone B ticket to continue.
Ouais, je sais. Hein.
So we have a evening pass, so we're safe.
Mais ça serait cool qu'il y ait genre tout le même standard. Il me semble que c'est le même prix partout, par exemple. Non. Il me semble que pour aller à Laval, c'est plus cher.
Very beautiful ride.
Mais genre, pourquoi tu dois payer extra pour aller à une place comme Laval? Ça vaut
And there's the St. Lawrence River again.
Genre, la seule raison pourquoi tu peux aller à Laval, c'est genre Place Belle.
River?
St. Lawrence River. Right there. Yep.
Ça, ou genre, il y a peut-être
Yeah,
quelque
that's
chose
the
comme
river.
plus dehors, comme du go-kart.
Yep, that's the river.
Yep.
Mais des magasins partout. Pourquoi tu voudrais aller à Laval pour des magasins?
That's exactly the river that you saw.
Yeah, that was the river.
Mais genre, les gens de Laval, ils veulent pas assumer. Ils disent que Laval, c'est
And here's the
pas
Samuel
grave.
de Champlain Bridge coming up now.
Yeah, the
T'es
Samuel
pas d'accord qu'ils veulent pas
Champlain
l'assumer
Bridge.
ou t'es pas d'accord que...
But we have a stop.
Yeah, this is Ile des Sœurs Station, Nuns Island.
Station
Sorry? What?
Île des
Island?
Sœurs.
Ile des Sœurs, Nuns Island. Looks like a lot of traffic coming into the city.
A what island? Can you repeat a little
Les
bit
portes
slower?
s'ouvriront sur le côté droit.
I didn't
Oh,
understand.
Nuns Island. Nuns Island.
We have a stop, and then after we're continuing again.
And now we're about to get on the bridge here.
Yeah, we're going to get on the bridge. We're going on the bridge.
Looks like it, yep.
Let's try. Go.
Direction A1. Brossard. Prochaine station, Panama.
Panama. You see, we're soon on the bridge. Well, now we're on it. We're on the bridge right now.
And look, guys, there's the, hard to see, but the St. Lawrence River is below us again here.
Oh, but it's dark. I cannot see it. Better than I can before. I cannot see just a dark piece of water there. There, now I can see it clearly. Now I can see. Yeah, there's the St. Lawrence River again.
There it is, yeah.
There's the river again.
And here comes the tall part of the bridge. One of my favorite parts of the ride here, guys.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, this is for YouTube. It's a video for YouTube.
What kind of?
It's for train rides and stuff on my channel. It's a YouTube channel for trains and metros.
A train ride?
Yep. Trains, metros, buses.
It's a video that you watch on here?
Yeah, it's gonna go on YouTube. So here's the tallest part of the bridge coming up here, guys, if you look.
We're on the tallest part of the bridge. Wow, look what we can see from here.
And now we're going down a hill.
A hill? And then we're going down, 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 down. Oh no, I can't see the St. Lawrence River. We're going to plummet into it.
Oh, now the river's gone. Now we're back on land.
Phew. We got away in time. There are the railings, right?
Yep, this is the trains.
Right there are the railings.
Yep.
There are the railings when we're on the bridge. You know, when we're on the bridge, there are railings
Yeah,
to
it's
protect them.
smart, eh? That's a good idea.
What? Where? Look. There's a screen.
And here comes, what are we? We're 40, almost 49 minutes into the ride.
Sorry?
So 49 minutes into the ride now, guys.
Into the ride?
I started this video 49 minutes ago.
What? Sorry?
I started the video 49 minutes ago.
49 minutes?
Far away in Deux-Montagnes.
Far away in Deux-Montagnes?
Yep.
Far away?
The other end of the train. The other end of the tracks.
Panama.
The other end's way over there.
Yeah, exactly. And here's Panama Station.
And here's
Les portes
Panama.
s'ouvriront sur le côté gauche.
Here's
Which
Panama.
I think it's named after, maybe someone out there can tell me.
Sorry, the next station is my stop.
Oh, have fun.
I'm going home.
So Panama Station, I think, is named after the street Panama, but there's also a country called Panama.
Where?
The Panama in Central America, I think.
In Central America?
Yep. There's the Panama Canal.
Canal?
Panama Canal.
Panama Canal?
And that's where all the big ships go, the boats, I believe.
I know. That's where is that? Where is
Direction
Canada?
A1
Where was Canada?
Brossard.
Panama City, I think it's called.
Why
Prochaine
is
station du quartier.
sorry, that's the name of my stop.
Du Quartier. So this is one of my favorite stations, actually.
Actually,
It's really beautifully designed.
mine too.
And I'll say hi to Ryan. Ryan Hector lives around here. He watches my channel.
He watches your channel, like
Yep.
your
So this will be on.
This is your channel.
Yep, this is going on my YouTube channel. So
Wow, he would watch them.
yeah, people are gonna watch the video. So
Where did you start it?
I started the video at Deux-Montagnes almost 1 hour ago.
Oh no, you got. Well, why did you say that so early, so late?
Because I wanted to film the whole ride, the whole line.
The whole ride across.
Yep, from start to finish.
You're going to Brossard.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Brossard Station and then back.
Are you going to live? Where do you live?
I live near Central Station, Gare Centrale.
I'm sorry, but why did you? I was at Gare Centrale a few minutes ago.
Yeah, eh?
For we tried to find places for some kind of note.
Oh wow.
It's a bit called it's like called a medical note. Like a.
And there's Du Quartier coming up now.
It's like a.
So
Sorry, that's my station. That's
So-
my station. Uh-oh.
oh,
My station's there.
well, nice to
Looks
meet you.
Looks like. Why did you want to film the whole ride?
So people could watch it.
Oh,
So it'll be people will watch it on YouTube and
Amir, why did you go to Deux-Montagnes?
because that's where it started. The whole train line started at Deux-Montagnes.
And then I guess my mom. I
Station
guess.
du quartier.
And then so. Oh, that's my station.
Bye. So I was joined by a fellow. I don't know. I was joined by a young rider
Les
there.
portes s'ouvriront sur le côté gauche.
That was quite funny. Future transit fan. So we're almost there, guys. Almost at Brossard. So 55 minutes. I think this ride has been 55 minutes.
Direction A1 Brossard. Prochaine station Brossard.
Maybe she'll be a future viewer for my channel. Who knows? You never know. All right, so here's the final approach. So yeah, that's quite the ride, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed that. So we went all the way from Deux-Montagnes to Brossard Station. Just under 1 hour. So as I said, you know, when I'm filming rides like this, you're always gonna have like background noises, people talking, people sometimes curiosity coming up to you. But I always try to keep these videos as peaceful as possible. But it's hard to, you know, find an actual time where it's tranquil, because even if it's at nighttime, there's always crowds. Rush hour, more frequent trains, but really crowded. So I try to do what I can. Again, I'm going to do many videos on this branch in the coming months. Obviously, I have to rest because of my back issues, but yeah, there it is. Hopefully you enjoyed that, guys. So we made it.
Station.
Yeah, man, end to end.
Brossard.
Thanks for watching. Remember, if you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bells,
Les
more
portes
videos to come.
s'ouvriront sur le côté droit.
We did it. Yeah, man. See y'all soon.